Hi, welcome to Stitching with DMC. I'm Karen, the Cozy Crafter.
And I'm Cathy, Stitching in Iowa mom.
Yep.
It's like when you do a phone number, you're like, what's your husband's phone number? I'm like, I don't know. It's programmed in my phone.
Exactly.
So,
yeah. So I just wanted to give a little, go back to the beginning, and our Stitching with DMC, while DMC is a popular thread name, we used a play on words. And it's actually for Dear Moms Club. We both lost our moms within the last 5 years, and after that, we both kind of reconnected with crafts. I asked Cathy to join me in a stitch along, and it's boomed from there.
it's been uphill ever since.
Yes, not uphill.
Uphill? Down? Well, it's not downhill.
Downhill is easy.
Maybe that's wrong. Downhill's easy.
But yeah, that is how we came up with our name. And we do like to stitch with DMC, but we don't always. So there's that.
I'm trying to get better about using DMC, not being a snob all the time, because DMC is perfectly fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with it.
When I started back in stitching, after stitching when I was younger with only DMC, I would take, like, if there was a rabbit and a chick on one of the patterns I did, and I made sure the rabbit and the chick were the fancy floss, and then use DMC for the other parts where it wasn't, you wouldn't see as much of the variegation. So I tried to be more selective on what I did.
Mm-hmm.
But welcome to our channel. Thanks for all of our new subscribers. We're over 500 now.
Yes.
That is just
I know
crazy.
To some of you it might not seem like much, but to us that's, this was just kind of like a little whim, and
yeah.
I like it for just documenting what we're doing and what we're working on, and yeah.
Yep.
It's been fun. But thank you.
It has been fun.
Hit like, subscribe. What is the other jingle that people comment? Share.
Yep. Tell your friends.
Well, let's talk about the main thing right now. Nashville Market.
Oh, one other thing. We're both on Instagram, and we share a lot of our pictures in progress on Instagram.
Oh, yes, we do.
So, yeah.
I go in spurts with mine.
Yeah, I do too, but life.
You're a lot better about it than I am. But Market.
Yeah, that's happening this weekend.
I have definite FOMO. I wish I could be there.
I know you do. You're crazy.
I just, I'm like, I didn't do any pre-orders.
You didn't?
Nope. I went to Hog Wild last year just afterwards.
Oh.
And I don't know if I'm just, okay, with my mom being gone, I kind of go through, and then my husband lost his mom. So we've cleaned out 2 houses. So now I'm still in the mentality of what I'm leaving my children to deal with. So I'm like, I need to get my projects that I have going done.
Got it.
And I don't want to get too much more on my plate, but that'll change, I'm sure, as soon as I go to the Stitchery Nook. I like Stitch
in
Nook.
Osage.
That'll all change and go out the window.
Yeah.
Heck in a handbag.
I think I pre-ordered 3 patterns, but there's a few more that I saw that interest me. So we'll see what I end up with.
I've been watching Instagram, seeing all the, the free ones or the just market releases, and then the platitudes.
Yeah, we were just this morning scrolling through Instagram to see all the platitudes that were coming out. Some of those are super cute.
Yeah, I like the Fox and Rabbit one.
Yes.
It's got, I forget what it says. Something about books or I associate with characters or something like that. And it has 2 dragons and
like an open book.
Yeah.
And the words under it is super cute.
Yeah. And we
haven't seen all of them.
No, because I know the Artsy Housewife has one.
Yeah.
Or whatever. I don't know how many, but so yeah. And then Summer House has 2. No, they have 1. They have the double Dutch one. Who was the one that has 2? Or was it Summer House?
Summer House
has one has
they have 2. They have the coffee one and then the
everyday one, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
So,
but that's when I normally I've been staying off my phone, but this weekend I've been scrolling and seeing the new releases. Hands On Design, she's got a cute little baby sampler but you wouldn't really know it's a baby sampler unless you're like, it's just very colorful, and the saying that she has on it, and then you do the name at the bottom. It is so cute.
I'll have to look at that. I haven't seen that one.
And I'm gonna be a great aunt.
You are?
My niece Megan is gonna have a baby in September.
Oh, my nephew Nathan and his wife just had their second, February 15th.
Oh.
So I still haven't been able to see the baby because life and potential colds. So
my other friend Heather asked, what are you gonna do for the baby? I said, I don't know. She's like, are you gonna stitch something? Are you gonna sew something? Are you gonna quilt? I said, I think I'm gonna have to quilt something, because that's what my mom would have done, was make a quilt for the baby. So I'm gonna have to do that, and she'll find out, so I get to know if it's pink or blue.
Oh, fun! It's fun to be surprised, but it's also fun to like lean into what they are, so you can have a more customized gift.
Yeah. Okay. So I know our local needlework store is having her thing on March 12th at her place, wasn't it? I think
That's February. Yeah,
the 12th, the 13th, and the 14th.
I thought it was the 13th, 14th.
Okay,
but I could be wrong.
Okay,
so it says on our Facebook page.
I might have to be sick that day at work.
Cathy.
I know.
Can't. I just took the last week off. Essentially, my husband was in the hospital. He had they found out he had a 90% blockage on the right side, so they were able to put a stent in. He's good. He's home. He's recovering.
Good.
So
that takes a lot out on you when you're.
It does. I had stitched like every day until that week, and then it's like I'm not stitching. I don't have the mental fortitude to do it.
I understand.
So
well, I'm glad he's home, and just keep him on track with getting up and moving, and
yep.
So, let's see here. I've got a few notes here. Sorry. March Madness. I don't know if you're partaking.
I was planning on it, and then I got sidetracked.
Yeah.
So it didn't happen.
I watched. I like to watch the Sun City Stitchers. They're twins, Marlene and Carlene, down in Texas. They have enough whips that they do the 64.
That's crazy.
Well, I think they have more than that, but.
Well, no, I mean, it's crazy that they stitch on 64 things.
Yeah. Well, actually, they put the 64 brackets, and then they don't stitch until they get the winner of those games. So then it knocks it down to 32.
Oh, okay.
So they follow the bracket on who wins to move on. So, and then there's 4 games that are like to see if they get into the bracket, and they're doing new starts.
Cool.
So I'm gonna do that. I know I don't have enough.
I can give you some.
Don't say that, because I'm more than willing to stitch on other people's stuff.
I know.
So I've got to do that. I don't even know when it starts.
It's coming up, because the tournaments are just happening right now.
Yeah.
We're a big sports family.
Because I found that, like, when the Stitch Olympics, I like that prompt to know what to do. And I mean, I like my wheel, but it's just kind of nice to do something else. I know there's a ton of things like Mirabilia May or March, or every month has a different name, and everybody's got different stitch-alongs for their birthdays, and yeah.
Yeah, May is Mania, and some people start a new project every day of the month. I did that once and started, like, I don't know how often I did it, but that is why I have over 80 whips.
So you could do the whole March Madness.
I could, but I don't have any interest in that.
Yeah. I just like it because it tells me what I need to. And I've really enjoyed Whipco. I know.
I failed at Whipco.
Really?
Yeah. Last month, I didn't want to do the prompts.
Oh. Maybe your prompts aren't general enough. But yours are pretty.
It was Christmas and Lizzie Kate. How much more general can I be? I was just over Christmas, and I didn't want to stitch it.
Oh.
It was too soon.
That's okay. And you know what? You didn't fail. You just moved on to the next month.
Yes.
Last month was, I guess I could show those progress. I worked on, sorry. The one I completed right away, but to finish off February, I worked on Dasher and Dancer by Needlework Press. I think everybody knows what it looks like. I'm sorry. So I had like a goal. I kind of set my goal. There's 26 of those for the tree of those little quilt stars, and I'm like, I gotta get those done. So I'm like, I gotta do 2 a day. So I got that done, and then I just started working on other things. So, and that's on XJU Designs 40 count Verdian. So it's an even weave.
Nice.
And old mushroom, I believe. So
it's so pretty.
yeah,
I love that
modeling. Too. I do too. So I thought I did pretty good with that one. And then I got to like, okay, maybe I need to work harder and finish more things. Cause like there was one that, my other WIPCO for February was, one I got done in like 3 days. That was the Happy Independence Day. That it wasn't my project. So I gave that to the owner. And then this month, oops, I didn't mean to rip that. This month I have 3, I think 3, yeah. So this one I've been really concentrating on, the Gather In by Plum Street. I have done a lot. Sorry, my little snippy things. I pretty much finished outlining the house, got the horse in there, this big star. I've been working on fill-in. I like worked on the roof, and
then the roof just all black?
It's swamp water. Swamp water.
I need a project like that.
Well, cause like so that's all swamp water,
design.
And then this is all arrowhead. Yeah, there's a lot of like in the horse area. There's all the pumpkins stacked up. So I'm not gonna do any of the besides gather with grateful hearts. The top. I'm not gonna do any other stitching words because it like has the proprietary and this gentle steed. I'm not gonna do those. So
what are you gonna put in place then?
I'm not. I'm just gonna like fill it in, and maybe where it says the proprietary. I don't know where my thing is. Sorry.
Okay, it's okay.
I think there's like a sunflower I'm gonna put where the proprietary on the top.
Cool.
But at the bottom where the gentle steed is, I'm just gonna fill it in with grass.
Oh, cool.
So I've been really working on that, and then I keep telling myself every time I have it up, I'm just like, okay, you're gonna take. Excuse me, and do a couple other 100 stitches with a fill-in. So last night I worked on that, and then I worked on this, and then I'm like, okay, I gotta start working on this house. So before I do any more this way, I want to get that done. So
good plan.
Yeah, so that's one of mine for March. And then I was telling you this last week when we were talking. When I first got back into stitching, I had heard about Hands Across the Sea, and I was like, oh. And this was the first pattern I ever got. I ordered PDF, Sarah Spencer. And the last one I started out of all the ones I got.
The color's really getting blown out. It's more red than that looks.
Is it? Do I need to hold it back here more? No. So I started that, and then I picked up the wrong green. This green matches my rose one that I did, but I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave this, and then I ripped out. I had like some of the border done, and I pulled the other. It's more subdued green, but so yeah, that's been going fairly well.
That is so pretty.
I think that's on lamb's wool.
Looks like it.
Yep. So
28 count.
I think so. We've got our lovely little. We should have like a little thing here.
Oh.
Yep. 28 count lamb's wool. Yep. And I'm just doing it with one thread.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty.
Should I be doing it with 2? Probably, but it's silk and I'm being cheap. Because, you know.
Understandable.
And then my Christmas one. Yeah, don't look at my messy. It is the 2009 limited edition Must Be Santa. And this picture is really faded.
Yeah.
So I got that on, worked on that a little bit. I think my next Prairie Schooler, I'm going to use the Lori Holt color conversion that she does.
Oh, cool.
On her reds and stuff. So, and my counting's off, but I made it do.
Yep.
So those are my WIPCOs for this month.
Cool.
Like I said, I've been really working on that gathering. I'm going to put those back in my... we're kind of out of order. Did you have any I'm sorry, I just jumped right in. Did you have any fully finishes?
Nope.
Any finishes?
Nope.
I have one fully finished. A long time ago, I had gone, when I went, first time I think I ever went to the Stitchery Nook, I had gotten this pattern, and I did one, and then I thought they had it really done up on a cute little blanket or towel. So what did I do? I did another one on just a little scrap, and I did this one in DMC. The other one I did in fancy floss, the called for fancy floss, which was weeks. So I did that.
And that is on that toweling fabric, so it has the...
So then I'm like, I think I need to go into October House and see what other Christmas ones they have. Because I might do a different Christmas one on this. So I have one of those little ladders, sorry, that I keep like cute love dish towels on in my kitchen.
The cat's
No. Don't ask
She
me.
has the weirdest cats.
Mm-hmm.
They eat some things, they leave other things alone.
I just had like a little Ziploc bag. Yeah, they chewed it. Brian's like, I think I found most of the floss, but they're naughty.
Yep.
So, I think I had another one, but I don't remember what I did. Oh, I finished my thread a day, Maggie May.
You did.
Mm-hmm. I don't know where she is.
I challenged her to finish that one because
Got
it
that
had
done.
been laying around for a while.
Yep. So then I switched my thread a day. Sorry, well, might as well just do this. Is Cathy Barrick's needlework, and this is done with NPS needle silks.
Oh, that's a baby.
Yeah.
This is on 40 count vintage country mocha linen.
What is that called? Those little,
NPI?
that little border, man. Oh, yeah, NPIs. Those little stars borders. I was like, holy buckets. Am I done with them? I think I have one more. No, I don't have another one to do. I thought I had another quote one to do. And then I just need to fill in. I have a lot of fill in. And I got to finish the alphabet, finish the scissors.
That is so cute.
That's the one I've been working on at work.
You have to fill in the stars, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have
Yes.
fun with that.
Yeah. So I got to the point where I have, fill in for work, because at work it's hard to count. After doing, 50 of those stars, I could tell you exactly. So
I kind of like that repetition.
sometimes it's okay, but then you're like, oh my God, am I almost done? Okay, sorry.
It's okay. So I had thought that if I got my Mirabilia pattern in 2026 and I had a 2026 charm, that meant I had to finish it in 2026. It's this one. And I figured out that I had to do about 200 stitches a day to stay on track to finish it by the end of the year. I don't think I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna do what I want to do. And the fabric that I chose is 28 count Sunken Depths Lugana by Latin Loops. And I'm using all the called for floss.
That's so pretty. I love that fabric.
I'm so excited. So she was my new start.
I don't know if I had any new starts. Oh, I did. I did. Sorry, I am not organized.
While Cathy is looking, I'll share another new
Oh,
start.
yeah. Oh, that's right.
Yep, she's a new start.
Do you have a pattern?
Yep. It's the Circle Circle Dot Dot by
Jed?
Jed.
J. Do they say
Jessica
Jed or do they say
Delays.
JED?
JED Design, I think is what it is. So it's this. And I'm stitching it with the called for floss, except for this is supposed to be a different color, and with my fabric I wanted to pull out the purple in the fabric, so I chose that.
I think it was supposed to be a pink.
No, it's supposed to be a brown.
Oh.
And this is 28 count Voodoo Lugana by Picture This Plus. And then last night I decided I wanted to start on this curve of the heart, and I do not like those colors at all.
The picture you sent me, I thought it was more coral.
No, it is straight on orange.
But you know what?
Because, and
With the bright yellow here.
I don't like the orange.
Okay.
Because it is like fire engine orange. So in the picture, to me, that looked more pink.
Yeah,
And I really, really liked the pink look. And this is not the pink look. So I'm likely going to be ripping that out and finding different floss.
Gotcha. The kitty.
Yeah.
That is cute.
I did a lot of this. I had started it before the hospital, and then it was my hospital stitch because this was pretty mindless. I didn't really have to, I had to count and stuff, but I didn't have to worry about changing floss colors and what does this symbol mean. So there's that.
I think after I gave myself a pep talk about, getting my crap done, I started this one. This is an Abby Rose design, Sweet Summer. And this was one of those ones I got going right away when I first started or what I bought right away when I first started stitching.
That is so pretty.
And it's the color is off, but you know what? It's mine. So, yeah. And that's on a 32 count antique white Lugano. So yeah, that was my new start, I think.
Awesome.
What else did you work on?
Do we want to alternate?
Sure, we can. I don't really, besides, because I really did not work on
Anything?
no, I really focused on my Whipco. Yeah, for this past week, that's pretty much all I worked on was, I do, but I'll get them. Okay.
So this is Silver Creek Samplers, Rainbow Crossings, and this is one that I left with Cathy because she likes to rip things out and work on projects for people. So she kindly finished my bridge, fixed and finished my bridge. I'm using the called for DMC, and this is on a 28 count even weave called Sky.
I love this fabric.
I know. It is so fun to work with.
I would have kept going. But then I'm like, no, this is your project. I better not. I didn't have permission, so. I don't know. I just find it fun to work on other people's stuff. Call me crazy. I think I talked last time. I joined Hands On Designs Patreon.
Yep.
Look at me saying it right. And I finished, well, I started and finished last month's, which was a Santa.
He is so cute.
I have not done any of my homework. I did the level 2 Patreon. So she has tutorials on finishing.
This is month 2.
Yeah, that's Light the Way. I'm sorry. Don't you love how you just have all my I have all of the, I have just a little, she tells you at the beginning, the first one, what all the colors are going to be, so they're all in here, even though they might not be in that chart.
Oh, that is super nice.
And then she did a great thing with,
Aren't you done with this?
yeah, I'm done.
I was gonna say.
Yep, I did my back stitch yesterday.
Way to go, Cathy.
So that was a new start and finish. And then she did a great thing with Lindy Designs. You could just go right to Lindy, and then she has like all of the, for her first 5 ornaments, she's got all of the backing,
The shapes.
all the shapes, everything, except I don't know where because this one's kind of got a half circle. I don't see that one in here, but maybe it is. So yeah, I've heard so many people talk about how Cathy, from Hands On Design, is such a great teacher with her tutorials. So I know I'll be doing some lacing and using batting. Another thing she recommended was this cross stitch finishing tape, double-sided.
Oh, fun.
So I just use like regular double-sided tape, so, or not, crafters.
Yep.
But we'll see how this is different, if it's more sticky and adhesive. So
Nice.
So I worked on that this weekend. I got that one.
Way to go, Cathy.
Yeah, I needed some little things. So next
I get it.
for you,
So this is my birthday stitch in a way. I guess I did have a finish.
Yeah, you did. I count those as finishes.
So
Ooh.
this is
Sorry.
the 3 little words chart, and it's all of these. There's 7 of them, and I finished the previous one and then started on this one.
You're doing some parking here, so that is going to be gorgeous.
Yeah,
I love
so
the colors.
I started on
Oh, I'm sorry.
this one down here, and I realized I'm off one that way, so this border was not right. So I have to, I'm gonna finish the chart and then I'm gonna do the border. I was trying to do the border as I went, just to keep it to not be overwhelming at the end. But either that or it's not gonna have a border and I'll just rip it out. But Carol talked me into waiting.
Yeah, I kind of like that border. It's different and unique.
Yep, and there's supposed to be flowers.
Oh, are you gonna do that or just gonna do that later?
I was gonna do that later. The border has flowers.
Did that kit come with buttons or no?
It did come with buttons, but I lost the button, so then I bought supplement buttons.
Oh.
And this is 32 count lamb's wool with the called for DMC.
Look at you on your little cart. Bring back that little cart. I'm gonna show what you're doing. She's marking the dates of every time she works on it. That's cool.
Well, this one has 7 charts, so I'm doing start and finish
okay, you're
for
keeping
each
track.
chart.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's all I stitched on.
Okay.
So we'll just rack yours through here. That's not a really word, but
This is a really old project. I don't have the pattern front page. I don't know what happened to it. This is She Believes She Could by Lori Holt. So I did work on my Whip Go with this one. I did the whole border across. I had to get the scissors done and then
oh, my printer just turned on. Nope, you can throw that wherever. Sorry, I've got it stacked in here a little bit.
so I just was working on this down here because then I can work on the words below.
Is there a lot of backstitching?
No backstitching.
No.
And then I had taken the green out because I was going to finish the green because that would have been easy one day, and it wasn't in there, so I had to go find it. Okay, this next one, I don't know if I worked on it since last time. I think so. Maybe not. I'm gonna do this chart in the middle, and then I think I'm gonna do this one on each side. And then this is just a 28 count even weave from Hobby Lobby. And then this one I've worked on a lot. It had a lot of fill-in, which was good for me this month. It's called Joyful Summer by Country Cottage Needleworks. And this is on a 28 count blue fabric from my stash. And it's using the called for threads, except I'm using the fancy floss. Except I changed this to be Priscilla's Peppermint instead of a peachy color.
That's pretty.
That one.
Okay.
I filled in the leaves is what I did, and then I started the next flower. And that is it.
That's it for yours? Did you work on any other crafting or sewing or any of your other?
I did. How did you know?
Because I am a mind reader.
So I like to do a craft like when I'm in bed trying to relax for the night, and cross stitching is kind of hard. So my friend started doing her granny squares. That's the word. She's doing a little granny square project, and I'm like, you know, I've had these granny squares that I've wanted to work on forever, so I put my white around the edge. It's my strawberry shortcake granny squares, so it'll be pink, red, white, and then green, and then brown.
Is this the first one?
No, I forgot to grab one that's done.
I did see, I think I was watching Unfinished Stitches, and she was a crocheter, and she has a huge box, but she's been like, she gets them and then she blocks them as she goes, kind of, so she's not like blocking 100 and some.
Yeah, I bought the thing to block them, and I couldn't tell you where it is right now.
I understand.
And then also in the hospital, I finished this book. It's Legends and Lattes by Travis Beldar. And then I did pick up the second book, but I haven't started it yet.
I was feeling that I wanted to wear a new pair of socks, so I did some cranking on my machine and I made
Yay!
a sock. I have to do the other one yet, obviously. This is some locally Iowa dyed yarn from Whimsical Wool, I think is her name.
Oh, nice.
So I have that one to finish. I did this one all on my machine, and then I just had to darn, which I messed up my darning.
Oops.
Yeah, oh well, there's my socks. I just had to darn. So on my machine, I did the hem, turned the heel, and then did the toe, and then I just had to darn it at the top. Sometimes when I'm in like a hurry with my machine, I will just do like a tube. So on my machine, I did the hung hem, and then I just did a tube. And now I've picked up stitches. I'm going to do the toe, and then I will go in and do my heel. So I've got quite a few of these I need to
Finish.
yeah, and this yarn is like gorgeous. This is Macintosh. Madeline. Yes. Yes. Normally I don't use such fancy floss, but oh my gosh, this is nicer. Fancy yarn. Sorry. So that's like that one, and then I have a Halloween one I did, and this is just it's called From Hobby. And look at this, and they match almost.
That is so cool.
My cheaper yarn, and they match. So yeah. So I have to get those ready. I made progress just getting those my waste yarn off, and so yeah, because I have a big pile of yarn that I have bought, and this was some other one. This is just cheap yarn, but I did these on my machine, and they don't match. One's a little bigger than the other one, so oh wow. And I could fix that, but I have enough other things to do that I'm not going to worry about it. Yeah, you going into my purchases already?
I am.
Oh, that's okay. We can start. I'm ready to start those if you want. Did you have any haul? Besides our red box that we bought.
Not really crafty haul, but I did find this at the gift store in the hospital. In a perfect world, every home would have a dog, and every dog would have a home.
Oh, I like that.
So
Sometimes those hospital gift shops have the cutest
they
stuff.
do, and it wasn't. I mean, it was reasonably priced. So this is everything except for the beads for my Lady of the Flag.
Well,
It has a giant gusset.
So Karen, I, and Jill went in and bought the red box together. I'm not going to go through it because I'm sure everybody's seen it. It's the All Creatures Great and Small. Two. So
Yeah,
we've opened it, and then we're actually going into a retreat at the end of the month, and Jill will be there, and then we'll kind of divvy it all up, or decide how we want to do that.
Yeah. So will we probably film before retreat?
I don't know if we will or not. What do you think? We can.
That'd be 2 weeks.
Yeah,
We could.
we could.
Yeah, Jill messaged me the other day. What are we doing with the box? I want to see the stuff. I'm super excited. And I said, I thought we could divvy it up when we got to retreat. She goes, oh yeah, that'd be perfect.
So that was one of my hauls. I don't know, did I show this? I think I did. This was my pink house.
I don't
That
think
apron,
so.
it was on that Facebook group, Homespun.
Oh, yes, you did.
I think I did. Okay. And then I did show Mirabilia, my Mirabilia, and I did
Yep.
get, I ordered, sorry, you're gonna hear crinkling. I just got this on an Etsy shop. I want to say it was fabric, I don't know. But I got the Declaration, Fabric Flare, Declaration on Parchment. So I've gotten that. I have not gotten my floss ready to go for that one yet, but I did get that ordered. So I was impressed.
That is so cool.
I did purchase, here's another thing I was like thinking about the other night. So I'm going to come up with a list. Remember when we first talked and I said, never have I ever stitched with this linen. Well, there's certain more linens that I want to try, like Tabby Cat,
Yep.
Lakeside.
It was just a tote. I put my foot on and that snapped.
Lakeside, I forget the other ones. I've never touched Atomic Ranch, so I want to like do like a list so I can check off, because I did get quite a few of my needle and flax in the mail.
I told her I was going to come steal it because I was off work that day.
But then I want to do designers too. Like I've never done this is what led me to this purchase, Modern Folk Embroidery. I've never stitched on theirs. So I got this little one. He's got some gorgeous ones. And most of them are monochromatic, I believe. But I thought this was a doable one that I could start. And he does do this one.
That?
I was just going to look. I'll let you look. Oh, did I not save that? I thought I must not have. He does have do it in a color too. But so I got that on his website. And did you know that if you go to a lot of these designers' websites, they have freebie patterns? Owl Forest Embroidery, Hands-On Design, and then Heartstring Sampler. I know I'll have free ones. But I'm not sure if that's how I'm gonna like do all my, when I want to touch on different designers. But
so this in 28 count would be about 9 by 7 1/4. 32 would be about 8 by 6 3/8. I'm gonna steal this.
Okay. So my linen. Oh, here's my deck the halls in the
Fancy floss.
fancy floss. I kind of like the other
cute.
one. It's so bright, much brighter.
Yep.
So I had 4 orders in at Needle and Flax. So I messaged her and I'm like, hey. And she's like, yeah, we'll get that right up. And then she's like, I don't know about the Ada. So I'm like, you know what? I trust you. Switch it out to linen, 32, 36, 40, whatever, So I got that in the mail yesterday, but I'd gotten some other ones. And I don't know what it is when I'm ordering. I just like order and
Lose your head.
I lose my head. So I have a whole yard of, this is an orphan yarn. Oh, orphan yarn. Now I'm sorry.
Orphan linen.
Orphan linen. Sorry. And she does the paper bags, so I need to, and it's
That is
a
so
whole
pretty.
yard. So then I was like, oh, I should figure out a hats. One of those big honkers. I'm going to leave those in stock. So, these are ones that I did order in, so another orphan. Oh, no. This is Valley Forge. This is not an orphan. I don't know. You're not going to probably be able to see very well. Well, that's not too bad.
It's a little bit browner than the picture.
Yeah. So this was Valley Forge in a 40. And this is an orphan. This is just a light color. This was just a fat 4th.
So she has some pretty good color variation from dark to light.
I hope I like stitching on it. And then yesterday is when she sent me. So this was what I had ordered 3 different Adas, which I don't know why I would order Ada from Needle and Flax. I don't know. this is what I said, just switch them out, whatever. So she sent me a 36 count Orphan Light, a medium color Orphan.
I think it's the same.
It could be. And that's the medium. These are both in 36, so that's good. And then I had ordered Alcott, which is a normal. Excuse me.
Bless you.
And that's in a 32. That's a fat fourth. And then Hemingway, which is a little darker. He's got some beautiful metally, which I think that
is
yard I got, I think might have been an offshoot of this. So, those are all mine. So now I want to repackage those. So something, if it slips out, I'm not going to lose it. But I did go through and I reorganized all my linen.
You did.
And my tall cubicle here thing. I was using it for my projects, but Karen helped me in, because I'm like, how do I rearrange my room so it's more suitable and easier access?
So my first question to her with that was, rather than trying to rearrange your room, what is your pain points? And she said finding fabric and keeping track of my whips.
So I have a little shelf over here that I put my whips by Christmas or season, and then other seasons, and then patriotic, and then others.
Yep.
So I did that.
And then she labeled all of her drawers with what fabric counts are in the drawers.
And will never, ever, ever need a 14 count Ada. Ever.
Cool. I'll come shopping here.
Ever. Like, I have yards and yards. And I did.
But I think she's going to have to change the 36 40 count drawer.
Yeah. For this stuff? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
We were at Dollar General the other day, and they have like a little cart that they have all their stuff on. So I got all this like way cheap. So I just got a whole bunch of these blocks.
Yep.
For less than $1. And then they had a charcuterie board, cheese board, which I don't need that side, but I'm like, okay, that'll work for this side. So got one of those.
That'll be cute for one of your gingerbread things.
Yeah. Yeah. One of my Whipco's spots last month was focus on finishing. I focused, I didn't finish, but I painted some frames, which they're not done yet. So I want to do some like dry brushing on them and distressing, and those are for the Valentine ones, but oh well, they're still in my pile over there.
It's okay.
So yeah, just like Merry Christmas. I think my husband was getting a little concerned about my packages. I signed up for that on the United States Postal Service. You can get a informed delivery.
Yes, I do that.
Yeah, I started that.
Except 2 weeks ago, it started being off. It would say I was getting all this stuff, and then I go to the mailbox and nothing was there. And I'm like, is my postal carrier stealing my mail? Well, then there was a big news article on one of the local channels that everybody was having this issue, and it was just an issue within the postal service. So yeah. I think it's since been resolved because it's been pretty spot on.
Has it? I mail out a lot of things at my work, and oh my gosh, I get a lot of things returned, and then I'm like, okay, can you verify this client's address? They're like, well, that's it. So then I have to just mail it back out, the same address, and it's ridiculous.
I can tell you a site you can verify addresses.
Might have to. So yeah. I think that was pretty much on my list. We'll have to go back to checking this platitudes, sorry. See what other ones. I'm sending Liz from the Stitchery Nook mental telepathy. Is that the word? What's the word?
Telepathy?
Buy certain things. Because I haven't seen her post it all, so she must just be working hard.
I know. She posted one day, she posted the line for Fox and Rabbit. She's like, I've been sitting here for an hour and it opens in 2 hours.
Do you know what? That's so smart to hit those international, and then you don't have to pay all the tariffs.
Yep.
I don't know how they get through I don't know if they end up paying the tariffs when they're coming through, or how does that work? I don't know, but I do like fox and rabbits linen too.
What's the project under the stuff?
Oh, that was my sampler my blessing sampler that I got way off on counting.
Oh.
Yeah. So that's might get thrown away. I don't know. I was had used the cotton color classics no
Colorworks? Classic Colorworks?
Sorry. It was the Belsois.
Oh.
Yeah, classic. They're Belsois. I wanted to try it. I'm not going to make a list of different silks I want to try.
Good.
Oh my goodness. So yeah, I'm excited for our retreat.
I am too. It's called the Nitwits. It's just a local group of friends. Most of us are from Iowa. There's 2, maybe 3 that'll come down from Minnesota. And we just sit around in a big circle, and there'll be knitters, crocheters, cross stitchers. One time, one of the ladies was quilting there. It's just whatever craft you want to do and when you want to do it, and there's no pressure to get anything done.
And we'll share like meal times. Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone signs up for a meal, and then you don't have to cook until it's your time to cook, and everyone eats together. It's just so fun.
So I've been like mentally like, okay, what am I? It probably should be more what aren't you going to take? Because I never know what I'm going to feel like working on. Or
oh, I do that every single time, and then I don't work on anything. It's more about the
camaraderie
and friendships.
Which I will be new to this group, so hopefully they don't.
It'll be fine.
What do they call that one? Oh.
They're not gonna shun you.
You have been eliminated. Nitwit survivors.
Yep.
So, what are you gonna do today?
I have to go to the store because I misordered the dog food and it's not here yet.
Oh. To get to use Chewy or
yeah.
Oh. We should do something like that, but
it's just easier than I don't have to haul the boxes. They're right at my door. I just have to pick it up and bring it in the house.
Yeah. Yeah. We enjoy our once a week Walmart trip.
I know you do. I'm jealous.
Although I've been kind of getting spoiled. Brian's been going Friday after work. And then I don't have to go. But then I'm like, okay, we got to go get my Starbucks so we end up going a little bit anyway. But today will just be a chill day. I'm working on laundry.
Oh, me too.
And stitching. Which now that I've touched this, now I'm like, ooh, what project should I
start
and do on?
I didn't bring it, but after my quilt retreat in Clear Lake, I had taken a quilt to a quilter up there. And during the whole fiasco with my husband in the hospital, my quilt got done. My friend graciously went and picked it up because she was dropping a quilt off. And then she was meeting somewhere, so I drove up to that place and met her and got my quilt, and it is freaking fabulous.
It looks gorgeous.
I am so excited. So I need to get the binding on that. So there's a chance I might set up the sewing machine and get that done. But
do you sew it all on, or do you hand stitch?
It depends. Lately, I've always done the sew it all on, but it has Minky on the back, so I think I want to hand stitch it.
I always see people with like tips and tricks on how they do the machine and how they make it look so nice on the back. So I have those probably saved in my Instagram somewhere, but
yeah, it doesn't always look the best. It's functional, so that's what matters.
I have to be a mom, and I need to check on my son. He went down to Missouri for a rugby sevens tournament this weekend, and I haven't really heard from him, so hopefully he's having fun. He was pretty much the driver because of his, being older with the renting cars and stuff, and then he had car insurance. But he was how did he say that? He was, I am an emergency only break glass player if they need him. So I had to laugh at that. But yeah,
Fine.
yeah. But you guys have a great day. Enjoy your
Yes.
stitching. If you see anything cool from Market that I didn't see, let me know. I've been, like I said, FOMO.
Yeah.
And maybe we need to like go work for somebody and go to Market with them.
That would be fun. And if you still have a mom or a special lady in your life, please give them a big hug today.
Yeah.
And tell them that you love them.
Going back to being a great aunt, my brother, which I don't think many of my nieces will watch this, but she told him, and then he's like, he had to call me and tell me, I couldn't call mom and dad, so I wasn't supposed to tell anybody, which I didn't, and it's open now, but yeah. And there's so many times that I go to like, oh, I gotta call my mom, gotta tell my mom, and I'm like, oh, I can't.
Yep.
So sorry, we don't want to get down here, but
it's real life, and that's
Yeah.
what this channel is about.
yep. So have a great day.
Yes.
Sun's actually shining here.
It's supposed to be in the 60s again. It was 60s on Friday, 30s yesterday, and now 60s again. I'm like, make up your freaking mind.
And thunderstorms, and I know Southern Iowa there was tornadoes, but
Michigan got hit hard.
Yeah.
That was super sad.
Oklahoma did too.
I haven't seen that one. We experienced that close to here. One of the towns got hit really, really hard.
I don't know how many years ago.
I think it was 2008 or something, but yeah. It's still weird to drive through there. The trees are just, there's tall trees and then there's no trees.
Yeah. So, well, have a great day.
Yes.